Alright, here we go. Hi everyone, today I'm going to record my second presentation video for YouTube, and I'm really sorry that I haven't recorded anything or like a presentation video for 5 months for the YouTube because I was really busy, and I was very busy, sorry. There were many unjustifiable things that always interrupt my work and my life, and you know, it causes many things like you had better to evaluate all the possibilities and investigate, of course, that will be happening or that might be happening in the future to you. And so this is the essential reason that I did not record, or I haven't recorded anything for 5 months for the YouTube, like as a presentation video. So today we are going to talk about my history, like my story. What kind of story? If you're going to ask, I would say it like the way I chose for the physics and the astrophysics, and also quantum mechanics afterwards. So before we start, I would like to share something about what I have done till this time, because it has been nearly 3 years I started and I am still continuing with this department, and I really love. This is why many people I met on the Instagram or the other applications, they ask different questions, which is essential and which is compulsive also. And you know, these are important things to do, to evaluate and the other parts. So it has been 3 years, as I told you, for the physics, but the first time I met with the astronomy. In the physics in the physics lesson, I fall in love, like an infatuation. You can imagine, like I infatuate with the physics, and you know, this is really good thing to do. And for the first time, I started with the astronomy, of course, because the lessons about what we have taken and what we had responsible for was the astronomy. And the astronomy classes caused that I discovered something like an ability or something that I found of the astronomy and astrophysics, out of the atmosphere. So I bought the telescope, which is here, the right side of mine, and I started the observations to the stars, the planets, but that time I had no idea about what I was observing. You know, just I am trying to observe to find something on the sky which is visible, I mean, and just set my telescope. But that time, that moment, I mean, was really nice. I mean, you are looking for the first time, and yes, oh my God, there's a star, yes, and you are looking for it is after a year, you shall say that yes, it has luminosity values, something like this. So after the telescope, when I bought it for the first time, I improved my skills because I saved the observation data. What kind of observation data, if you're going to ask? I will share it like the altitude, longitude of stars, or how they were visible, how they looked to me. I saved all the things, and this is why it was a time, and also it was the really nice opportunity for I started the astrophysics, the calculations, because you know, every time when you are looking into the sky or the atom or the subatomic particles, you are looking and meeting with the physics. So that time I went to the Istanbul University, you know, and I bought astrophysics books there, which is really good. I mean, in the goods of the university, Theo Kouropoulos, and astronomy and astrophysics book for the university level. And that time, which is 2 years ago or 2.5 years ago, I started the astrophysics and continued with this book. Inside of this book, the formulas and the other information, many things. And by recess, while I am doing this, I also observed the sky with this telescope. And 6 months later, when I met with astronomy, I did buy, which means the second telescope, the Astromaster, and it was like an evaluation, you know. It is like a research thing. Yeah, you grown very nicely in the astronomy and astrophysics, because this telescope has in the system You can use the degrees and the other number values to evaluate and measure the sky very clearly and nicely. So it was very nice for me. And for this time to here, from this time to here, I did many things like reading articles about astrophysics, and also I continued with my astrophysics book, like In the Quest of Universe. This book is not just a normal book, because this is including university level, the mathematics, the physics and the chemistry, the information data. And while you are reading, you are looking for different things like formulas and the other explanations of the events that is visible in the nature and the universe, of course. And for this time, I improved my skills and astronomy. For now, I can say that I can say and call all the stars in the sky, and I know all their names. I know their names, so this is really nice thing, and it has many benefits for the people if you're going to start with astronomy and astrophysics. And when I improved myself, and as time passes, of course, in the astrophysics, I started with the solar system and the other galaxy, our galaxy, the Milky Way, and continuing with the stars and their formulas, of course, because the book I have mentioned right before, not just information, as I told you, many formulas. I mean, I am still reading this book for 3 years and I haven't finished it yet, you know, because I'm improving and proceeding very slowly. This is why, yeah, we can say that. And why this is, I can say, yeah, it was really nice for me, because my astrophysics knowledge is coming from that books, and also the other books. I will mention and I will write their names on the side of this video in the comments side, and I will share them with you. And the other thing, when I as I improving myself in the astrophysics, in some topics and the issues like stars and the fusion reactions, the black holes and the spatial and general relativity, you are meeting with the physics, but this is not classical physics. For that time, which is 1.5 years ago, I started with quantum mechanics and the modern physics. I started to read the books which is coming from Richard Feynman, the Erwin Schrödinger, the quantum physicist, and also they are all Nobel physicists, which is awarded, I mean, and the other physics books, I will mention them, and of course articles. For this time, if you want to improve yourself, what should you do? The important and the most important thing is you should read articles from the universities, professors or the students in the PhD or something like this, the masters, doesn't matter, because these articles have many and varied information about something or the issue that you are looking for. You are there to find something to learn and to improve in yourself. This is why this is a really interesting thing for that time. I can say that and be sure. I took a break because it's very hard to continue in English. I mean, my brain dies while finding the sentence that is available for the conversation and the topic I am speaking right now. So it is a little bit hard thing while speaking. Okay, we are continuing. Also, the other effective thing is after articles and your own observations. The other thing is your own calculations. For example, if you learn something in the book or the other things, you are going to forget it because our mind is going to clean everything that we don't use every time. So you should not use. For not to use it, for not to forget it, you should calculate everything. Like, for example, from mine, what I have done, I mean, I observed and I read the formulas, I know the formulas, and I take my book and the pencil, of course, and I start the calculations. For example, the luminosity is equal to blah blah blah, and this is why while you are calculating, you are also commenting to to the topic and you are focused on very nicely, in fact. So this is not tedious. I mean, this is something which is really nice, and this is also the you can compare yourself about the issues that you are good at or you are not good at, something like this. And yeah, it was really nice for me. I mean, yes, if you want, you can do this too, because to know anything, to use any formula in physics and the mathematics, you can use and you can take it like a solution in the different topics, not just one thing. So it was really nice for me, and it's still to see the maps and the other board. I can use it. I am using them for it. And the other thing, the effective thing, if you want to improve yourself and skills in the astronomy and astrophysics, have a theory or the hypothesis. Yes, but the important thing is what you are doing for this theory or the hypothesis. For example, I have my own theory I am working on in the magnetism at black holes and the quantum gravitation at differential dimensions, something like this. Maybe it is true or not, it doesn't important. If you have a theory or hypothesis to improve and to evidence, like to work, I mean, you are looking and also you are doing different searchings, which is also the great opportunity or the great advantage also, which is create a great condition to you to learn more different. For example, I am working on black holes, okay, normally, because if you continue in astrophysics, you are looking for, I mean, you will be able to see the black holes, and okay, if you want to improve yourself in the black holes, because for me, I did, and yes, it was really nice. What kind of nice, of course, if you're going to ask. As I improved myself in the black hole theory, I had my own calculations and formulas, which is wrong, of course. I started the quantum mechanics. Honestly, the theory, my own theory, was the first essential reason that I calculated the astrophysics and also, not astrophysics, the quantum mechanics. Because it was the main reason I started the astronomy and the quantum mechanics. Because while you are looking, while you are trying to evidence something for your theory and your working, doesn't matter, you are finding different things, you are visiting different sites, articles, and the other internet settings, different things. So they are really, really nice to improve and have different knowings about different things and different knowledge. And this was really effective for me. I mean, I cannot ignore this thing, because having a theory is really essential and important. And also, while you are searching something, doesn't matter the topic or what kind of observation or searching is, it is inevitable that many things you will learn is what you cannot forget easily, because they are, I mean, they are really important to use, because you are using them every time. Also, my energy is down. Oh, really hard to speak English, but the presentation videos are for my English to not forget, because, you know, because of the virus situation and the other things, which is the outside effects, they are affecting me negatively for the English. If you don't speak, you forgot. And if you don't listen, you forget. English is like this. And the other language too. So, yeah. This was the things I done until this time. But it was like a nutshell. I mean, put in a nutshell, I did these things. Because it has been 3 years almost. And I improved myself in the astrophysics very well. The formulas, not just the knowledge, the numbers, the formulas, and the other data and the information, and also starting with the quantum mechanics and still continuing with it. Many things. Your life is going to be changing in the astronomy and the physics, because this department is everything for the universe that is visible. And if you want to understand nature, if you want to explain something, you should learn and you should search. Also, if you want to go, you should choose the Department of Physics and Astronomy at the university. This is all I want to share with you. But also, I would like to say that the daily routines, because while people doing these things, the hobbies or maybe the life conditions like astronomy, the physics, quantum, doesn't matter, the telescopes. Also there are, I mentioned before, outside effects, as I told you. What kind of outside effects we are going to talk about? For example, schools, homework situation, or the other revisions, the lessons you are responsible for, or the lessons you are not good at, you have to work them too. Of course, yes. Your first preference, I'm sorry, I'm really tired, and should be, this is your decision, but yes, the lessons are important too, because they are, I mean, they have a contribution to reach to your targets in the university or the high school, the scores, I mean. So you should work them, but you shouldn't ignore what you like, what you really like, because they are effective. I know, and maybe the education system, and the other things, but you shouldn't ignore what you love, because as you see, when I met with physics, when I met my physics teacher, his name is Bilgin teacher, he changed my life. And as you see, astronomy, astrophysics, quantum mechanics, and also my plan for the future is the physics department and the high energy and the particles, high particles, subatomic particles, and the astrophysics, of course. I would like to continue with them, so don't ignore them. And for the daily routines, as I continue with them, for example, for this time in the virus situation, I wake up in the 8 a.m. in the mornings, and breakfast situation or something like this. Afterwards, I start to listen the daily routines for the school lessons, homeworks, and the revisions for the exams that I am responsible for to sit. And until 4 p.m. or 5 p.m. I am working lessons. Now it takes 5 hours in a day or 6 hours. I am working the lessons, homeworks, the questions and answer tests, doesn't matter. And after that time I am always, not generally, always looking the sky. If the weather conditions are suitable for the observation, I am going to observation. If not suitable, I am going to calculate something for astronomy and astrophysics. Or if I don't like this, if I tired for this or bored of this, which is not important that much, which is not easy, I'm working and thinking about the theory I have, the theoretical physics. You know, so this is really effective things. Just that, I can say that. So thanks a lot for listening to me. I am really tired because the English language is really nice, and the other language, of course. And while you are speaking, while you are improving yourself in the speaking, yeah, it takes a time, and it is like an effort, you know. So yeah, thanks a lot.